really enjoys sausages or law should take great pains not to acquaint himself with how either of them are made. I'd like to add science fiction series to this. These books had a bit of an odd germination. Basically, I'd sold a couple of novels, the science fiction novels you mentioned, and I'd also lost my job a year or so earlier. And I was doing freelance writing, and a magazine was going bust under me, owing me lots of money. So when my agent emailed, she basically said, well, you know, these books aren't going to be in print for another couple of years. Ace have got a legal binding option on your next science fiction novel. How would you like to write a fantasy series and make us both lots of money? So I sat down to consider, what would I like to do in the way of a series? And, you know, your traditional swords and sorcery just doesn't appeal. It's not my kind of thing. But I've always had a soft spot for Amber, for Zelazny's Amber series. I also have a soft spot for H. Beam Piper's Paratime stories, if you've run across them. Gunpowder God, Lord Calvin of Otherwen. He had this huge baroque setup of parallel time streams and people who can move between them, trading between them. Except, you know, Piper is a bit of, well, actually to describe him politically as either a libertarian with fascist tendencies or a fascist with libertarian tendencies, I'm not sure which was dominant. His heroes always struck me as being pretty good villains. So, maxim number one, if you're going to try and do something commercial, is steal from the best, make sure they're dead, because, you know, there's no point competing with somebody who's alive.
How active in that deal? How active in making sure they're dead?
Piper died in 1965, Zelazny died in 1996. I didn't start on these till 2001, and there were no witnesses and you can't prove anything.